Dear Cleofilas, thank you so much for the sweet happy birthday card you sent me last week, along with the sweater you made me. You are so skilled with that sewing machine, it is a surprise you do not sell the clothes and blankets you make for some extra spending cash. I'm writing you not only to thank you for the card and gift, but to also find out how you and Juan are doing. I hope you and him have been doing well and are getting along better now. Your last letter sure did worry me when you mentioned that the two of you had been arguing non-stop, and the only time you weren't arguing was while he was gone at work. I know you mentioned the fact that his drinking has increased since the beginning of your marriage. Why do you think that is? I guess the stress of work, along with a newborn baby, has caused him to resort to drinking. What an awful habit to take up. Well, hopefully it does not get out of hand like it did a few weeks ago when he hit you. I still cannot believe that you did not do anything about it. I know you are supposed to turn the other cheek, and more often than not you do, but if this has happened more than once, you need to speak to the police. Cleofilas, speaking as a friend, and as someone who wants nothing but the best for you, I want you to talk to your husband about your marriage. If his drinking does not stop soon, then the beatings will not stop, and neither will the arguments. Looking out for your baby boy and providing him with the motherly care he deserves needs to be your #1 responsibility. I know you care about Juan, but he has not been acting like a lovable husband recently, and I just want to try and help you get out of any sticky situation you may be in. I trust that you have everything under control, so I will let you make your own decisions. Just remember, I am always here for you, though, and whenever you need me, feel free to call or send me a letter. I just walked by my living room and happened to notice that Tu Nadie was on, and it reminded me of when you used to talk about how much you loved watching that show. I know you have been unable to watch this ever since you moved, but do you remember Sophia? Well, it turns out that after she moved back to Costa Rica to be with her family, she found out she was pregnant. And you know who the father is? It's Carlos, the guy who works at that restaurant who always wanted to be a doctor. This telenovela has always been interesting, and it always has a lot of surprises, but I believe it has gone on for too long. I mean, how can you continue to produce a show that always has the same plot twist every week? After a while, it sure does get old. I have actually started watching a new show recently called The Rich Also Cry. Have you ever heard of it before? It's one of those news shows everyone is watching, so I decided to give it a try and see what all the fuss was about. It is actually a very well-written show that includes a lot of popular actors you have most likely seen in movies. Whenever you get a chance, you should definitely watch an episode or two of it to see if you like it. I feel as if you need a distraction from the pain and suffering you face in your everyday life with Juan. Little Juan Pedrito is just not enough of a distraction for you, I believe. Cleofilas, will you let me know if there's anything I can do or help you with? I feel so helpless just sitting here reading letter after letter without being able to change the situation you are in. I remember when you used to be so in love with Juan that you did not care where you two were, as long as you were together. I always believed that you two had the fairy tale wedding I could only dream about. But as you said in your last letter...
Fairy tales are only in the movies, William. Juan and I used to be best friends. In the beginning, we would fight like cats and dogs, but never stay mad for long. I was lucky to find him, but now we fight nonstop and still never resolve anything.
That stuck with me, Cleofilas. I want the best for you and your little boy, but I believe that Juan is holding you back. You should not be scared of him, and you should definitely not be scared to tell him how you feel. Thinking optimistically, if you do in fact tell Juan how you feel, he may realize that he has been a self-centered jerk to you. I think that once he realizes how much he has hurt you, and how he is not acting as an ideal father figure to Juan Pedrito, he will stop what he is doing. I just do not understand how someone can act that way towards someone they used to love so deeply when they first began dating. Well, I wish you the best, Cleofilas, and I hope that you write back soon. Oh, and by the way, Alicia wanted me to tell you that she will be sending an empanada de manzana your way soon, because we know how much Juan Pedrito loves it. Yours sincerely, William Jessup.